Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, depending on where you are watching us from. I'm Azoka OG, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more updates. Miyetti Allah replies IPOB. The Northern Cattle Traders react to IPOB's ban on selling of cow meat in Southeast. If they don't reply you, it would seem as if they have accepted this defeat, because it looks like a defeat. The gathering, plus traders of grains and vegetables, has reacted to the vote of no confidence, because in a vote of no confidence, and that's the unnatural verdict that was passed on them by one of the government of Alibo, Nkebo IPOB. In reaction, they said their members would boycott Southeastern market. On January 3rd, it was reported that IPOB had banned the slaughtering and eating of cows from Fulani headers during occasions in Southeast. All the time. So, reacting to the ban, the Northern traders said members were prepared to comply with the directive by discontinuing its sale of cattle, grains, onions, and other foodstuff in the region. And chairman of the Northern traders, Mohammed Taher, said members of the union were not worried. They are not perturbed by IPOB ban. But I want to know how many of them are living. Is this Mohammed Taher speaking for the whole of Ndena Chief Miyetti Allah? Because it is very important we know exactly what he meant, why he says no problem. They are living. What about the herdsmen in our lands? Those ones moving cattle. Are they also living? No. Yeah. Is he speaking for the whole of them, or if actually, He said, for us, we would always support the indivisibility of Nigeria, because he knows that it concerns Nkewa. Or he said, if IPOB wants to succeed, then so be it. He said, bilateral trade between us and them is all about Inwego wealth creation for two regions. And the cattle we take to them is food and not poison. Therefore, he said, if someone rejects our benevolent, to supply of food to the region, then you stop, because you must not feed them. Hey, feeding nka kama joy at all. What does he mean by a benevolent supply of food? Have they been supplying us meat for free? I can't take that. I constantly hear the Lord say they feed us, and I wonder if they dash us food or anything. Don't we pay for it? Stop that nonsense. The guy went on, he said, after all, it is mere unsustainable propaganda. That means they give quite up. He said, we have been hearing over years. So IPOB suspension. According to this guy, suya na atoka anyi. Efin ni fulani na ato anyi pieces. So it is all a joke. According to them, Mohammed Taher further asserted that IPOB lacked the capacity to sustain the ban, as their people would soon revolt due to scarcity of beef and other foodstuff, which only the North can supply. Agaghị ekwe IPOB na ya agbabidobo IPOB mgbanye suya lovers in Igbo land anyị ekwe ka ọ dị fame. And in case you don't know, IPOB had earlier this week announced the ban on the singing of Nigerian national anthem, "Arise to compatriots," in our school, and on eating of cow meat. These are two measures they have taken: banning of cow meat and national anthem in the region, that's Southeast. And this is one of the 7 action plans IPOB plans to implement this 2022. Other plans include a demand for unconditional release of its members held by law enforcement agency and mass demonstration in cities around the world. Now let's get to Imo State. Hope Uzodinma has a major complaint. He said, despite being a younger brother, Okorocha remains my biggest headache. That is according from Hope Uzodinma. Nyabo, Rochas Kona Angoro Panadol. Sincerely, I'm lost here, I'm confused. Kerika Rochas siwe burokwan sobu Uzodinma. Uzodinma jijidemma. It seems we are going to learn some new things. I don't know. The governor had earlier said that he would use the occasion of the stakeholders forum some days ago to name those sponsoring insecurity in Imo State. However, speaking on the occasion, Uzodinma acknowledged that the statement from him heightened tension in the state. So he said that rather than naming them, he would allow security operatives to pick them, just like they pick Uchenwozunonoka. He said the security operatives who identified them will do the picking up. He said the governor accused politicians and the media of creating unnecessary tension and fear in the state. Uzodinma gwa onwe eziokwu. Onye jife nwata wenienu akalowe owotuwe yana. There are no media people creating unnecessary tension in Imo State. Your heart is troubled, Makana. Okuko luana na chowa also. Release that which is not yours, and you will see tension disappear. But you wouldn't. Rather than that, you will invite more security operatives. So Uzodinma accused Okorocha of usurping his role, that's governorship role, realizing that his time, failing to realize that his time has gone. Obviously, Okorocha was in as a governor. I don't know. Does he carry sirens, vehicles over Imo State? What exactly is he doing that makes him usurp your role? The governor added that he said we have many former governors in the state. We have Achiku Denwa, Ike Hakim, Emeki Hedioha, and Rochas Okorocha. But he said, but Rochas Okorocha has failed to recognize that. Na time here, gonna kwapugo time here, former governor. Ona kona, the Okorocha kana na malaria dream. Oche kwa no kabon is a governor in Imo State. Rochas thought is that is once a governor, always a governor. If any change, a change. I said, gone are the days of building statues and looting Imo State down. Only time you loot to Agago. Well, Uzodinma said, Rochas Okorocha is my younger brother. I am older than him, and today I'm governor. I don't know that he's older. He said he should recognize that fact and accord me that respect. He said, Muna Rochas abu yobo. We are not mates. Atoram Giato Rochas. It seems it's a battle of Methuselahs. I don't even know. Since Uzodinma is pained that Rochas does not only recognize his role as #1 man of the state. Okay. If Rochas doesn't acknowledge his role as #1 man of the state because of Supreme Court, Rochas at least should understand that Uzodinma topariato. You understand what is happening here? It's like Uzodinma having understood that the manner he was imposed on him, that Okorocha doesn't see him as governor, as a legitimate governor. Meanwhile, it is Supreme Court that imposed him, so it's somehow legitimate in the appearance, but it's not totally legitimate. Everybody knows the real governor. So, having come in that fashion, I think he realizes Okorocha doesn't regard him. Okorocha doesn't respect him. Okorocha, who has been there, doesn't, then he's aware of that. Now, the other thing is looking for is Okorocha to respect his age. If you don't regard me as a governor, at least respect my age. I'm older than you. I don't know you are senior. Well, that is it. let's look at our earlier story. Let me tell you the fact. You know why these people will say Igbos will revolt? According to them, their language earlier was like, we will leave your place. And suddenly, in the guy's speech, he said, Igbos who are loving Suya so much will revolt against IPOB on that issue. Now, ano Suya, ano ndausa, gukari ai too much na efinde fulani na. It was ideka emekata sit at home ụfọdụ apụtazi ilo na-agụ sit at home bịazie nwayọ nwayọ ọ na-adịka onwe corruption na etu akọ ya adịkwa na boycott anụ befe mari otu onye apụta Suya gowe achọkwa anụ efi ya na ife a na-akọ ahụ IPOB cannot hold the fire. There will be revolts. So viewers, what do you think? Do you think IPOB can sustain it? Do you think that they can successfully implement this no more Fulani meat? I don't know how they are going to do it. What strategy do they have? I was discussing it with somebody earlier in the day. The person told me, what plans do IPOB have to achieve that there are not enough Efigbo? Meanwhile, there are many Efigbo, but I don't know if it can serve the region. But he said IPOB should first, it's like the person is advising them, they should first make that culture, teach Igbo people to cultivate that culture of rearing Efigbo en mass, so that we will have enough, or else people will revert back to Efindugu. So they should first work on having many farmers, many rearers of Efigbo before they can make such moves. You have to have a way of cushioning it, because if we leave Efinde Fulani, according to the guy, he said, that is what the guy is trying to say. And I think whoever has announced these measures on Efiausa should also think, I'm not opposed to it at all, no, but there's a way you do it so that our people will not revert back to. Meanwhile, viewers would like to hear what you think about our stories today. Add your comment on the comment section. I'm Azoka OJ. I say bye for now.